Hey guys, you're back with Credit Connect. Remember, this channel is about you guys. I want to empower you guys. I want to show you how to understand your credit, how to fix your credit, and how to leverage your credit. Also, remember, I'm still dropping my VIP mentorship that you guys can still join for free. And you guys are going to get a lot of gems in there. There's a lot of points. We're going to start doing some live classes in there for free. And you guys can interact and we can get to know each other a little bit better. Also, if you guys have any friends or relatives that don't speak English, send them to my Spanish channel, which is called Conecto de Crédito. Guys, like, subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, especially that I'm probably one of the only women in the credit space, okay? Because this is run by men. What we're going to talk about in this video is, can you get a loan for an auto with Navy Federal without showing any documentations? And yes, you can. You can get approved for an auto loan with Navy Federal without any documentation. But there's several steps that you do need to follow. It's not like you're going to become a member, you're going to apply, and they're going to give you an auto loan without showing anything. That's not how it's going to happen. You got to make sure that you are a member already of Navy Federal. You got to make sure that you've been there at least 3 to 4 months, and you got to make sure that everything is a good standing. Number one, your personal credit, your consumer credit has to be top notch. And what that means is if you don't want to show any documentation, you have to make sure not have any late payments, no collection, no charge-offs. Navy Federal will approve you for a car loan with a credit score of 680. But if you want to make sure that they don't request any additional information, you want to try to be above 700. This is really important. Also, you want to make sure that once you're in Navy Federal that you already have some other products with Navy Federal in the credit that they see that you are paying on time. What can that be? Well, that can be either a credit card, that can be one of their certificates. They have like an easy certificate that it's a minimum of $50. If you get those certificates, you can get multiple at one time. That's a way to build a relationship with Navy Federal. Remember, Navy Federal is number one in relationships. So they're based on relationship. They're there to help the military, and they're consumer friendly. They're there for the shareholders. Okay. Also with Navy Federal, the no income, you want to make sure that you have built your internal score with them. That's really important, and not have less than 250. Remember, their Navy Federal score is from 100 to 450. Also, you don't have to give any down payments when you're financing a car with Navy Federal. But if you do because you want to pay less, then go ahead. Okay. But I always tell my clients it's not worth it to give anything down, because if you give $1,000 down, what it's going to come down is so minimum that maybe you can use those $1,000 to make a payment or two or three. Okay. Also, anytime that you already approved with Navy Federal and you go buy a car, either on the personal side or on the business side, it's going to give you more leverage, more buying power. You're not going to let the salesperson hustle you. You're there to get what you want and to get the deal that you're looking for. So this is really important. Okay. Also, remember, whenever you are financing a car on the business side, you need to go back to Navy Federal and you need to show them what's a buyer's contract, a buyer's note, a seller's contract, where it shows the VIN number and all that information that, when you're purchasing a business vehicle. Also, when you purchase a business vehicle, the good thing is that it doesn't show on your personal side. So that is a way to play around with the utilization, on your credit. The only bad thing is that when you purchase cars on the business side, your insurance is going to go up a little bit higher than a regular car on the personal side, because it's considered more at risk. Okay, so those are things that you got to know. Also, things that they check is loan to value, debt to income, what is your current obligations, how many things you have to pay, your credit score. Those are things they're going to be checking before they approve you. Also, with the you can either purchase a new car or an old car on the business side. I don't believe that you can do any refinance a business vehicle on the business side, but you can do refinance on the personal side. Also, I'm going to show you with Navy Federal how easy it is to look up all your information that you need. So we're going to come here And this is just basically the auto loan rates as low as 4.9 APR. Nobody can beat Navy Federal. At least I haven't seen it. I used to work with other banks because before I got into the credit space, I thought that if you worked like within a Chase or, the Regions or something like that, that you would probably get better deals than the credit unions. And I was completely wrong. Sometimes the credit unions and the mama and papa banks are going to help you more because they're there to help the consumer. So anyway, you can come here and it tells you down here, new and used cars, here refinance car loans, apply here. So look, here, opportunity to get $200 when you refinance your auto loan from another lender. So whenever you're moving your loan, you know how sometimes, because I've done it, I've refinanced my car from one lender to another. I've never gotten anything. This credit union is giving you $200, guys. Come on, that's a gem. Loan terms that works for you, 24/7 access to stateside membership rep, which is amazing. Here, decision in seconds in most cases. If you have all your ducks in rows, you're going to get a decision in seconds. That's why I'm telling you, you don't have to provide your income if you're a member and you have everything in good standing, guys. Even if your credit is not A1A, start building the relationship with Navy Federal and start investing in Navy Federal so they see that you're invested in them and they're going to invest in you. Also, pre-approvals that are good for 90 days. Imagine you have a pre-approval and you have 90 days to search for the vehicle that you want. Come on, guys, that's another gem. Exclusive military discounts to help you save. If you're in the military, they're going to even help you more, guys. Let's go down. So today's auto purchase and refinance loan rates. And it tells you here for new vehicles, 4.9, for 36 months, 37 months to 60 months, 4.49, and 61 months to 72 months, 4.79, and so on. So these people go really high. I never recommend anybody to finance a car for that long because the car does depreciate unless you have something else in mind. Because if you calculate the interest over so many years, you're going to pay a lot. I mean, their interest is pretty low, but that's just the way I think. When you're financing a used car, they only go up to 5 years, okay? And look at their interest rate. Come on. And it says here, rates of August 6th. So this is August 6th, 2024 when I'm doing this video. So I'm going to drop it like in 2 days. So these are the current rates. This is awesome. And it tells you here, new vehicles, so new and late model used vehicles 2023 and newer with fewer than 30,000 miles. Used vehicles 2022 or older that have more than 30,000 miles. Vehicles 20 years and older based on models are considered classic or antiques. That depends on the car. It's not like you're going to take a junky car and it's going to be considered an antique, guys. Anyway, ready to start. Apply for a new or used auto loan here. Refinance. It tells you everything. And then I'm always telling you, you guys can here calculate. Maybe this can change a little bit. Look, let's say $50,000. A 60 months term. Look how it calculates it. So you guys can know in the range before you guys go to the dealer. When you guys go to the dealer, they can't give you an amount. And every time you say, listen, I can only afford up to $500, they always come back with, well, we only have this for 620. Come on, you don't need that. Going with that buying power. Don't let nobody hustle you around. You can get the deal that you want by doing all this with Navy Federal first. So imagine, if you know that you cannot afford a payment of $950, you know that you have to either bring this down, extend the term, or then give a down payment. And that's going to be a pretty big down payment in order to bring this down. But look at the kind of leverage the Navy Federal is giving you when you're trying to buy a car. Look at this. Can you afford 812? It tells you if you can't, you can't. If you could, you could. But you're getting the tools to play around with it. You don't have to wait to get approved, and then for the sales guy comes back and tells you, oh, well, you know what? We can only get you approved for this much, because that's all they do. Every time you give them an amount, guess what? They're always going to come back with a higher amount. And another thing is, when you go and you apply at the dealer, they're going to shotgun your credit. Yeah, at the end it's considered one, but do you want your credit to look messy like that? I don't like it. I personally, that drives me crazy. Don't let them shotgun your credit. And guys, this is, I have a family member that's a sales car dealer. I'm not, talking anything bad about if you sell cars or anything like that, but that is the truth of the matter. Every time somebody goes in there and says an amount, what they can afford, the salesman comes back with another, you know, with another price. Anyway, you can get approved with Navy Federal as low as 680 on your credit score. I would tell you to stay above 70. They are going to pull probably experience. That's what they did for me. And remember, try to have that internal score at 250. Also, if you're doing it on the business side, the good thing is they're not going to check any business credit. They go off of your personal credit, okay? Remember, this is Jackie with Credit Connector. Guys, I'm not an attorney. We're just here for fun and to learn. Do your due diligence and your homework. Subscribe to my channel. Please give me a like. Remember, I'm the only woman, I think maybe one of them, in the credit space. Until next time.